Is it ready? It is ready. Okay, thank you. Good Wednesday evening to you. Big day for Eric. He has been on Suboxone to mitigate the side effects of withdrawing from different kinds of opiates. He's doing heroin and fentanyl. And what what was your daily dose? Somebody asked me that yesterday. They said, how much was he doing? And I don't know.
I'd spend at least enough to get a gram a day
I
of
don't.
heroin, which would, for me, that was about $80 a day.
Okay. I don't know how much, I can't remember. It's been too long, thank God. But how much is a gram of heroin? How many shots is that? How many doses throughout the
Depends
day?
on well, it
In a way,
depends.
I'm sorry, in a way that a user could relate. How much were you doing a day?
I had at least $80 habit a day.
Okay.
That's I mean 2 users they'd understand heroin. That's a lot.
Sounds like a whole lot. Now,
Yeah.
what about, I've been hearing with fentanyl, I saw it on 60 Minutes the other night. They did the story on fentanyl and said, I want to say like $20 a day or something will support a habit, or
It
I'm not
was.
unsure on the number, but is it
Uh,
cheaper?
it's cheaper, yeah, because it's manufactured. It's what do they call them?
Synthetic, maybe?
Synthetic.
Okay.
Yeah, synthetic. It's synthetic heroin is all it is. It's a form of morphine in a way. It's just 10 times stronger than morphine. They measure it in micrograms instead of grams.
There was a deal on Facebook that showed a little vial, and it had about that much sand in the bottom of it, like a little small vial. It had
Mm-hmm.
about that much sand in the bottom of it, and in one vial, and in the vial next to it, it just had little sprinkles of grains you could see around it. Well, that was the equivalent. That much heroin was just a little sprinkling of fentanyl. But
Mm-hmm.
I'm trying to gauge how dependent you were
I had to have it daily.
on street drugs, or you were
Yeah.
sick.
Or I was very sick. Yeah.
Explain sick.
Emergency room type
Well,
stuff.
that
Yeah.
isn't out. And so when you go in there, they give you, let me guess, Phenergan and IV water, glucose.
Pretty much.
Yeah,
Just a regular IV
help with it.
bag and what they would give anybody who was dehydrated, and then a I guess it was to make you sober. It would just strip all the drugs out of your system. Um,
And that's another thing that I
see,
believe is available without prescription now. It's an Narcan, and
yeah, that's it.
and
Narcan.
yeah,
Hmm.
no. Um, I, there are so many different roads to go down with this topic. I drive around during the day, and I think tonight I'll ask Eric about the treatment aspect, or I'll ask Eric about this or that. But you bring up Narcan at the ER, that's a whole other thing.
Yeah.
And I believe that's available without prescription. Now we'll find out for sure. It should be if it's not. That's for certain. All right, we're kind of doing this in reverse order tonight, I guess. But physically, I want to hear a description of how you feel.
Today I feel pretty good, really. No complaints so far today. I am hurting a little bit on the left side of my body, but it's the winter's coming on, so the cold weather brings along pain. So
This is very interested in you. Her name is Ann, and she commented yesterday about how much better you look. And I see you every day, and I thought, well, you're moving around a little better, not acting quite as bizarre.
yeah.
No, you're not flopping. No, I'm kidding. But no, I've noticed some improvement, but I would encourage. We've got all of these segments in on the Vimeo link into one group now with day 1, 2, and it'll 7 will add on here. I don't know when exactly it adds on, but sometime after the live goes off, it will add on. And if you will look at Eric in day 1 and Eric in day 7,
I imagine it's probably a lot different.
it is. It is. So it's a transition, and I've said this again and again. This guy named Steve that we've seen around here a few times. He said, "Oh, it's like giving an addict a beer. It just gets him started." Well, I don't agree with that mindset so far, to the extent that if you're not doing this, you're going to be out doing a shot of that brown stuff out of the spoon, and
Hmm.
I'm more comfortable with you dissolving something under your tongue right now.
I am too because it's like it's The doctor I only get enough to get me by. They do not give extra. There is no such thing as let's party with this. I mean, you're either going to be deathly ill or you're going to be working the program the way it's supposed to be worked.
Explain that a little more. Why would you be deathly ill? Because you kept your tolerance so high, and then
Yes, and if you go cold turkey off this Suboxone, you're going to definitely feel the withdrawal symptoms, the nausea, the cramps, just low fever. It's kind of like
of course it's another opiate. You're treating it for an opiate, but my question is if that time comes to completely get off of
You'll be
all
weaned.
mood-altering substances and you're weaned down, the drug companies are marketing it, saying that it is an easier process to come off of completely. So I guess you really don't have any experience of varying the levels. So.
No, not with this, not with Suboxone. I can say that I have detoxed off of methadone, and from what I hear, it is 1,000 times worse than detoxing off of Suboxone. So
Personally, methadone was a more difficult, man, maybe my tolerances were up or whatever. This was in the 90s, but methadone was more difficult for me to cut back on than heroin was.
yeah, it was for me too.
But then again, I had a lot of help with the prescription medicine on heroin. So I don't know. But the point is that they're saying Suboxone is easier as you step down, whether you step down to what they refer to as a maintenance or mini dose, or you step completely off. They say that process is easier, and so I'll be interested to hear that from you.
I'm kind of leery about checking it out, but I'm curious on how much easier it would be. I hear it's a lot easier, so I'm really curious to see how that would be.
Anyone with an opiate habit is, what word did you use? You're about stepping it down, curious, anxious about it, or
I'm anxious,
you know.
yeah, I'm really anxious to see. It's
To back off of something that your body has a physical dependence to definitely takes some willpower along with a lot of other things. A component we can talk about tomorrow night is your plan for self-help type recovery, AA, NA, Celebrate Recovery, that sort of thing. You've got the trained staff or the licensed staff at Red Rock. You have the Suboxone Clinic. And let's identify some more components that can work together to make this transition. I appreciate you. I'm proud of you. 1 week. All right.
Thanks,
Thanks.
guys.
We'll see you. Good night.